So looking at things from a slightly different perspective, Shaji, when you look at the investments which have gone in the sector, a lot of them are in the debt nature.
Yeah.
And the debt has a cycle to itself, and that redemption has to happen as well. From the money perspective there, and the fact that that projects get delayed, the recoveries get slowed. So see, the stress on the the banking system, as well, is a risk that everyone's facing in that side. Although the gross NPAs are, from a sector point of view, are lower to 1 to 2% over there compared to infrastructure sector overall. Right. So as a banking side, I mean, how do you look at this coming in? You want to expand, you want to grow more.
All right. Okay. Now, two things. One, on the bigger debt, of course, the market needs to go through a lot of change and stuff. I hope you are asking from the bankers' outlook of bank in the debt. So look, yes, these days many banks make headline for the large size of NPAs of 3% and 4%. But the fact is, when it comes to the mortgage assets, which is the largest asset base of the banking system in India, which is now around 10 lakh crore, okay? And which has been a CAGR of around 18% for the last many years. Now, the gross NPA at a India level is just 1%. And among the housing finance companies who are monoline focused to this business is 0.7%. And the end credit loss in this business is only 4 bips. So, as far as bankers are concerned, I at times feel we are much more confident than many of the, the product manufacturers in this. If you look at any newspaper ad from a banker, which is the product they market? Which is mortgage assets.
Must say music to developers, yes.
Yeah. So there is money waiting. We have been making money in this business. Okay? So we lack no confidence in this. What we are telling is maybe a little bit of internal confidence, go to the business. There's money from the banking system waiting. Any ad you see, I think the majority of the ads, the push from the banks are on mortgage assets. The good news is, even the large public sector banks are, showing a lot of interest in mortgage assets these days. Even to a consumer lending. So that way, we are very comfortable. That's what the data shows. It's growing. Even within the retail assets, which is the one which is growing? It is the mortgage assets.
So in a very short manner, if you could just respond to the point that you said the money is available, and as globally as well, we see that like for every $1 investment, approximately $7 to $8 chase that investment. They're looking at good projects to get invested in, and that's the kind of investments available globally as well there in that side. So what's the challenge that you face, as a banking, or what do you say overall?
Okay.
Is it availability, not availability of good projects, or good track records? What's kind of holding that money back?
I think it's a combination of all. Okay. As a choice of lender, our choice would be a project which makes money. So we tell developers, look, we are not very excited about a project which makes an ROE of maybe 14% and 15%. It gives no sense. Okay. We know where the money is. All the FDI with Marriott talked about of billions of dollars. We know their expectation. They are not bringing money to India not to do the social cause of affordable housing. They need to get 25, I don't know what is the number. I think developers, know that number. Let me not speak that out. But at least for the finances, we make 18-19% of ROE. So unless you make money, where do we make money? So we would like to see projects which make financial and economic sense. That's what attracts us. Second, from a finances point of view, we really would like to see what the customer wants to see. But ultimately, a product will be sold, accepted only when customer has a reasonable confidence on, I will get this product the timeline I want. I think that's something which maybe many of you are delivering. But I think it is less spoken than, that's where the sentiments, what I said, is a headache in the heart. That sentiment to be dealt with by communicating, more, and there are a lot of marketers, I'm sure, the developers here. I think most efforts are communicating what we want to communicate and not what the customer wants to communicate. And there's a play there, okay? But otherwise, financiers are looking around, in a large base, at least we also have to deliver 10-15%, unless you grow that we don't. Yeah, we are also very clear, only if you grow that we get. Yeah. One last thing I want to talk about on the larger picture is, look, I think many are waiting for revival for traction. It doesn't work. It should be other way around. Only if you improve the traction, there will be revival. It's the other way around. Somewhere many are waiting for a lot of external factors.
So developers want to make a good return, the bankers want to make a good return, investors want to make a good return.
And there's an
we have a
opportunity.
country where home buyers also evaluate their homes every now and then in terms of how it's kind of gone up.
Yeah, that's one.
So that
somewhere we need to reconcile to the fact, days are gone where properties are appreciated by 30%, 25% every year. This is the new way of doing business. It will be slow, but it's a low interest rate regime. I think whatever can be delivered, and many are still focusing on appreciation-based sales strategy. I think it's time to talk about end-use based. There is lot market. I think that's exactly what Dr. Ananda was talking about. The end users are there. I think that's the focus.
Sure.
We look forward, and I think it will work. I think yes, will be better.
That's right. So, Prashant, when you hear this from the bankers' view as well, there, and that there is money available, and I think from a company standpoint, you long-term back as well had a perspective on pooling of skills, and you actually ended up with a development agreement together with with SOPA as well in that sense, and you see those kind of development happening more now, where more and more developers are looking at co-branding, are looking at pooling of skills as well to finish their projects or to develop a a larger land parcel together over there. So that's one innovation that one sees which is happening at the current time. So what are the couple of things that you believe are required? When you look at this kind of a money available, you have some positive sentiment coming in as well. What are the thoughts that you have on this matter? So in terms of from as a developer standpoint, what are the things that you are doing or you believe the industry can do to ensure that this revival can happen stronger?
See, I think one of the first things what you mentioned, like with JVs, if we look at JVs that are coming in all over in different industries also, so real estate is no exception. People are pooling their resources together and their skills together to create better products for the consumers. Now, what I think that can be done, first of all, let me just say that this industry is changing a lot. As new people are coming in the industry, new generation of developers are coming in, it's becoming a lot more customer focused, as we've seen, everyone has been saying. And I say that this has become like a quasi-hospitality industry today. Why I call it quasi-hospitality? The days are over where you just build a house and you give the keys and say, okay. No, you have to think of your consumers. You have to provide services, as Saurabh was also talking about, different type of products. Now, when you talk of the design point of view, yes, there are a lot of different things available, but it goes beyond that. After giving delivery to your customers, you have to give them a complete experience, a complete living experience. So which includes, after-sales services, things like clubhouses and all those, like a complete living experience. I think that is the way the industry is moving. Secondly, since I'm also from CREDI, I just want to just let you know that we are very concerned, the industry is very concerned about consumers and their grievances. In CREDI, we have a consumer grievance redressal forum in which people who have some grievance put up their case there, and then there's a kind of arbitration that CREDI does along with the developer and the consumer. And just to report to you that in this last year, there were 1,500 cases that came to this forum, out of which 1,200 cases have been amicably resolved between the developer as well as the consumer. So I thought I'd let you know that just to make you understand that the developer community, especially CREDI, is very concerned about the image that we have as an industry. This is a very important industry for this country. We're providing a lot of employment. A lot of other industries are getting business because of it. And we believe we're playing an important role, although we still don't have industry status by the government as yet. But still, we are very sincere about trying to change the image that this industry has, and we can do that by giving our consumers what they need and listening to their grievances and giving them the best possible products that we can give for a complete living experience or a working experience That is what I feel.